Okay, we're going to do some what they call in the industry graphical estimating, or fill and drop, as we've also been told. Instead of just putting a line item, an adjuster says, hey, just put this at 15%. They just guess. I like to actually show exactly what it's going to be. So here's a sketch, and you want to insert the line items via your sketch. So if you type in on the side here, a carpet line item, now notice it automatically gives you the @ sign, which is remove and replace. When you're usually doing repairs, 9 times out of 10, it's replace only. So how I did that is you right click to change, it says. So a lot of times you want to go in here and just make this replace, or whatever you're doing on this particular room. So I usually go replace. I do this first. And then notice it says place. So I hit place here, place on floor, place here, and place here. So the living room, bedroom, and master bedroom all have carpet, and there's subrooms of the closet. Now, what I do is I go, because all this is placed here, I go off to the side and just hit the escape button, and the line items are there. Even though you can't really see them, if you go in here, you'll notice it's in a purple color. It says carpet, and we'll go from there. And the quantity is 253 different things. I got some other stuff going on here. That's why there's so many big gaps here. But it doesn't really tell you much. Now you can go in here, and I know that, look, it's 37%. Man, that's a lot more than 15. But how is the layout? You don't even know. You want to make sure you go to your view column where it says view, hit the little down arrow, and click flooring overlay. Ah, look at that. Crazy, right? So now you have this, and this is how it's set it up. Now, any flooring installer will tell you they're not going to do what's called T-cuts. Look at this. This is here, and it's a little line here, little line here, little line here. Now, Xactimate automatically defaults for the carrier to T-cuts, which they try to save, more waste that way, even though it did on this particular room, put this at 37.48%. Now, honestly, I don't even like how it's laid out on the angles, but what you want to do is you want to highlight the rooms you're doing. And if you highlight a room and hit shift, you can highlight another room. And you want to change the maximum fill pieces always to 1. Now, here we go. So now it's changed maximum fill pieces to 1. And frankly, I don't like how the default orientation went. You have a seam right in the doorway here. You have it off here. These 2 rooms could be okay, but this room is definitely not. But let's just check it out, okay? You want to go to flooring overlay. Let's see if we put that down. Now, notice, look at that. It actually put it right in the doorway, which is probably exactly how the manufacturer wanted it, or how they built the home. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead, and usually what you want to always do is all the carpet, you always want to have the same direction throughout the home. So the piles lean in a certain way. You always want it all in the same direction, the whole home. So now I've taken out the T-cuts. I've gotten all in the same direction. Now these rooms are a little off, so there is a line here, which isn't the best, but it's not in the middle. But you also have cuts right in the doorways here, which looks really nice. Now, what this did is this gave a waste of 50.47. Now, if you gave this to an adjuster, he'd get mad at you. He would say, man, your waste is way out of line. And you would argue like, hey, I have flooring cuts, and I have, look, 183 to 360 on this particular room. They would say, no way is the waste. Just make it 15%. Well, you got no documentation, right? So what you want to do is you want to look at your cuts. So you can go right in here where I'm finding this number, 50.47, and you can go, man, what can I do? But look at all this space. Xactimate doesn't think exactly how a flooring installer would do it also. So now you want to go to manually place cuts, and you want to place them. So you could place this right under here. You could place this one right under here. You could place this guy. I don't know if it'll fit here. Oh, it will. And you place this little tiny guy. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. You could put that under here. So what this did is it's going to use the roll. Look at how much stuff I filled in here. It's going to use the roll down to this. I got 11.85. Now that's pretty good on this. Now you could tell an adjuster, this one just happened to come out a lot less. Usually I see it between 15 and 25. Just happened to be this room. You could tell an adjuster like, yeah, I could do 15%, or I can actually do what's really needed on this home. This particular one, I actually moved everything to 11.85. And that's going to be able to fill all this stuff. Now each room's going to be different. Now I'm going to move some walls here, and let's go ahead and go into here. I'm going to clear manually place cuts, and I'm gonna move, just make some changes. Let's make some changes here. Let's just see what happens. Okay, where are we at? So we're at 46% manually placed cuts. When it turns red, issue. Doesn't like it. You just got to watch the red. I'm just moving cuts. That's all I'm doing. I got this little guy. Just putting it in here. So now I'm going to save this. 24.18. Now, if you got an adjuster beating you up on 24.18, make sure when you go print your report, there's some options here in the sketch. You want to print flooring cut diagram. Hit close. Oops, not close. Let me just double check it. Save that. Yep, sure did. We want to export. That's what you usually do. Let's go ahead and just view it here. At the bottom of your estimate, right here, it shows the cuts, also shows the cut sheet, and you could tell that Mr. Adjuster or whatever, here is the best I can do on this. I got it small. This will be 24.8. This will also give the cut sheets to your installer. They know exactly what to cut each one. A lot of installers like this. Tells you exactly how many square yards they need to buy. They cover how many square feet. Ton of information here. You just tell the adjuster, look, I can't do 15% because of this. Or it might even be less, might be 11%, like I just did that last time. Every room is different, but you can look at this and you can hold, you can have true value of what exactly you're doing for the size. Let me show you another quick Xactimate trick. I'm going to go ahead and put in, some baseboard here and then some paint. I'm just going to throw in some other line items here. Okay. Now, have you ever tried to cut and paste? Let's say this bathroom is exactly the same as this bedroom, and you copy and you paste in. Look, it did every line item except the graphical estimating in pink. Didn't do it. Didn't hold the properties. Oh man, how do you do that? And if you have lots of rooms, yeah, you got to go in and do it. Let me show you a way you can pull everything over. If you want to make an exact and pull over all your graphical estimating items, you want to right click, other options, retrieve scope, master bedroom, hit OK. It actually pulled it over. Go to the sketch. There it is now too. Now you might have to fix some things and put the default area, which way it wants to turn this. It did. But my whole point on this is it pulled over when you retrieve scope. It pull over all the graphical estimating. Any more questions on this, just let me know, and we'll go from there. So thank you.